Hey everybody, happy Friday. It's Elektra Yao, artist, visa lawyer, and entertainment lawyer. Um, Today's a great day because you have the whole weekend to continue to work on your artistry and your artwork. And I'm going to give you a little bit of food for thought while you're working on your work this weekend. I want to talk about deal making and exclusivity. So Billy Wilder, who is a great director and performer from classic and old Hollywood cinema, said that the film industry is about 80% deal making and 20% actually making films or pictures, as I used to call them. So what does this have to do with you? Well, let's say you are working on your work and you start to promote it and you start to, create buzz around your work, a very exciting time, and you start to have meetings, right? You've gathered your team, you've got your manager, your agent, your attorney, and now you start to have actual meetings to discuss the monetization of your work. Hopefully you're working with a great attorney, but one of the things that's going to come up is exclusivity deals. And an exclusivity deal means that you and your work or a specific piece of work is tied to a production company or tied to a brand or tied to a company. The direction that you choose to go in really depends on what your goals are as an artist or a creative professional, where you are in your career, and how much you want to align yourself with a brand. So let's take a very simple example so we can flesh this out. So hopefully you can see how this applies to you. So let's say you have drafted a screenplay and you've managed to get a meeting with Netflix, and they want the exclusive right to produce and distribute your film on their platform. Is this something that you should do? The answer is a little bit complicated. Are you at the beginning stages of your career? And if so, are you really interested in making a deal that will lock you in with one company? Maybe you do want that deal because you want to be aligned with the Netflix brand. You want to have your work streamed to millions and millions of viewers, international viewers, because Netflix is everywhere, right? It's not only an American platform, it's everywhere. Or are you more interested in having a less exclusive relationship with the company so that you're able to distribute your work on multiple different platforms? You need to answer those questions. But before you answer those questions, you really need to understand what your goals are as an artist or as a creative professional. Like, do you want more people to see your work? So again, that Netflix example is a perfect example. They produce your film and your film is being showcased to all the countries that have allowed Netflix to stream. That's not a bad deal at all, but that does restrict where your film is going to be shown. There might be other restrictions in that contract. Maybe they don't want your film to be screened at festivals, or maybe you do want your film to be screened at festivals. Maybe they will have more creative control over your work in terms of choosing who the actors are going to be, who the directors are going to be. So these are things that are very, very important considerations, because a lot of the time deal making will influence the actual artistry of making the film, which means that understanding the brand that you're being exclusive with is paramount to ensuring that your creative vision is intact. So it's, again, like I said, a very complicated question, because we have to really understand like what your goals are. Is your goal to be seen by millions of viewers? Is your goal to be aligned with a premium brand and have your work on a premium platform? Or is your goal to continue to explore your artistry and have diverse companies be able to distribute and stream your work? What the answers are will depend on whether or not an exclusive deal is right for you. But one thing to always remember in any industry that you're in, deal making is paramount. So without a strong negotiator on your behalf and a person who has a very, very strong understanding of the industry and contract law, your deal making will most likely not go in your favor. So you as the artist really need to understand what your long-term goals are and how an exclusive deal will fit into that or won't fit into that. And the best way to do that is with an experienced entertainment attorney who understands your work, who understands the industry, and who will aggressively and zealously deal make and negotiate on your behalf. So while you're creating your artwork this weekend, I want you guys to start thinking about if exclusive deals are something that you would want your projects to be tied to. I hope that this was helpful. It's certainly, like I said, the answers to the questions are not going to be immediate answers, or going to be a little bit tough. But the more you understand your goals as an artist and how you want to monetize your work, the stronger you will be, and the easier it will be for your attorney to deal make and successfully negotiate on your behalf. So I will see you later today at 12 with creative career, at 4, I always make this mistake, at 4 with creative career advice.